Coming up on Mountain News this morning, colleges here in the Commonwealth prepare to lift their mask mandates. And a handful of counties in our region get some funding to improve their water and infrastructure.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Chas Gayhart. It is 4:59 on Wednesday, March 2nd. Let's go over and check in with Cameron. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, I mean, we reunited after a few weeks or a few months. It's been a while, but we're back at it this morning, and thankfully the weather is quiet this morning as well, but it is definitely chilly as you walk out the door this morning. Let's take a look at that camera over at the London Corbin Airport. We're actually above freezing this morning at 39 degrees over at the airport, but all is quiet this morning as we are under a mostly clear sky. Temperatures, though, they are anywhere from the lower 30s to lower 50s across the area. 51 in Pikeville, 33 in Harlan, actually below freezing in Monticello, sitting at 30 degrees this morning. Upon pinpoint Doppler, nothing in the way of precip this morning. All is quiet, and that will continue to be the case as we go throughout the rest of your Wednesday. We stay dry today under a mostly sunny sky. High temperatures topping out in those upper 60s as we get towards the rest of your afternoon. But how long does this quiet weather last? I got those details coming up in just a little bit. Chas.
Thanks, Cameron. Well, Tuesday marked 1 year since torrential rain caused homes, businesses, and even entire towns in our region to be underwater. A Breathitt County woman is still rebuilding after the historic flooding. Lisa Robinson says more than 2 feet of water made it into her home. She says the water was so high around her house that she and her daughter were trapped because the water was too high over the road. Looking back, she says the day was overwhelming.
I want to have cookouts with my daughter. I want to put her a pool back here. I want her to have fun. I want those evenings, you know.
Robinson says she hopes to finish work around her house soon. Rivers in some areas reached levels 1 year ago that had not been seen in 40 to 50 years. And parts of the Kentucky River crested at levels not seen in decades. Lee, Breathitt, Estill, and Franklin counties were among the areas hardest hit. Hundreds of homes and businesses were destroyed. Those on Panbow Lake in Breathitt County are also getting some better news after KYTC announced that they will be adding more safety measures to Highway 15 dam after it caused an evacuation scare last year.
The way these dams were constructed in the 60s, we wouldn't construct them like that today. And so this is just a mechanism to basically help waterproof the impoundments and to help that seepage and keep that from happening again.
KYTC officials say the project to strengthen the Panbow Lake Dam will be done in phases and will be completed during the next few years. A fire in Pike County leaves one family with nothing but each other. The Marrowbone Fire Department responded to a home engulfed in flames around 2 p.m. Tuesday. Department President Robert Atkins says the layout of the home trapped the flames, making the blaze almost untouchable.
In this case, if we'd had water capability right here, we probably couldn't have saved this structure on account. It was fully engulfed and the whole house was on fire.
The cause of the fire is undetermined. Atkins says the family was blessed not to have any injuries. The Red Cross is helping the family. As more mask mandates are lifted, we're continuing to see the COVID positivity rate decline here in the Commonwealth. Here's a look at yesterday's numbers. The state reported nearly 2,800 new cases. The Commonwealth also added 44 more deaths as well. And the positivity rate is down again to 8.10%. We're also seeing improvements in Kentucky's hospitals. Yesterday, only around 900 people were being treated for COVID-19. That's significantly down from the peak of the surge at the end of January, when 2,500 people were hospitalized with COVID. And the University of Kentucky says it will soon be discussing its mask mandate on campus. Right now, the university has not made any changes to its COVID policies. Leaders say UK's president is taking feedback from his senior team, health experts, and will also be discussing issues like masking with students, faculty, and staff leaders. The Kentucky Community and Technical College system is lifting its mask mandates on all campuses starting today. HCTC President and CEO Dr. Jennifer Linden says they are following Governor Andy Beshear's along with other state guidelines. Linden says masks are welcome and encouraged, but are no longer required. She also adds that students, faculty, and staff will now have the flexibility to wear a mask or not.
Our faculty, staff, and students have been so resilient, so flexible, so understanding, but I do think this will be a welcomed option for many on our campuses.
Dr. Linden says they will continue to monitor local COVID numbers and will make adjustments as needed. In Kentucky, there is a growing need for skilled tech workers, and Eastern Kentucky is prepared to meet the need. A new report by advocacy group TechNet is highlighting job growth during the next decade, but emphasizing there are not enough workers right now. Eastern Kentucky colleges and employment programs are stepping up to get people ready to fill these good jobs.
You can become even more productive and create even more jobs with the right kind of workers. And all those things, STEM education, training, but also high-skilled immigration can help Kentucky get there.
The report finds that tech hirings must grow by nearly 19% by 2030 in order to maintain the Commonwealth's tech employment needs. 7 Eastern Kentucky counties will be making improvements to their water and roadway infrastructure thanks to funding provided by Governor Andy Beshear's Better Kentucky plan. Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman visited Perry and Breathitt counties to award these funds yesterday. The majority of the funding aims to deliver clean drinking water and provide quality sewer systems to people across the Commonwealth.
It means a lot to me as Lieutenant Governor to see progress, but it really is personal to me because I grew up in a town with 1,000 people in a 4-way stop, and I lived in Mercer County until I became Lieutenant Governor, and so I know what it feels like when you see progress happening in other places, and sometimes you wonder why you're not seeing it in your own community.
The Lieutenant Governor says investments in infrastructure are important to support economic growth. You can find a list of projects receiving funding on our website. Well, thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Coming up, NASA launches a new satellite into space in hopes to save lives during natural disasters.
All is quiet this morning, and that will continue into this afternoon. But when will those showers return? I got those answers coming up.